become slaves. Israelites, okay, Israelites first ancestor is who? Who is the first ancestor of first father of Israelites? Abraham, right? Do you know Abraham? Many of you have a friend called Abraham, right? But not those, any one of them. Abraham was about 6,000, 4,000 years or 4,005 years ago. A person who living in Iran today, somewhere in Iran, okay, and he was belonged to a nation called Hebrews. Hebrews it means beyond the river. Okay, the name of the river is called Euphrates. Euphrates River. Have you heard of the river called Euphrates? Okay, Abraham, his father Terah, lived there from generation to generation, and then one day God revealed Himself to the father of Abraham. Leave your home, leave your country, and go to the place I will show you. And so Abraham's father took Abraham and the whole household with all the livestock, all the way moving upward, following the land, a path called Fertile Crescent. Fertile Crescent. Do you know Fertile Crescent? It's a piece of land like the half moon. Okay, in Israel. No, not Israel. In Iran and north of Iraq. Okay. And then follow this land because the sheep livestock need the pasture land. So this is the pasture land that they are following all the way. And when they come to a place called Ur, which is now in Syria. Do you know Syria? Syria, right? Now it's just war just finished. And then they slow down there. And the father of Abraham died. Now Abraham has to take care of the whole household together with his cousin called Lot, L-O-T. And then one day, you know, the vision, first revelation, only to his father. So Abraham doesn't know anything about God. So now in Ur, the city of Ur, God approached to Abraham, appeared to Abraham one more time, the second time, telling him, Abraham, move on, move your whole household. Well, there's, huge amount of livestock. Well, how many? Maybe thousand of sheep, thousand of cattle. Okay, and so move on downward to the land called Israel. Nowadays, or Palestine. The land is called Palestine, but now it's a country, a nation called Israel nowadays. So move downward, southbound, to the land I'm going to show you, to the place I'm going to show you. Abraham doesn't know where is the exact location of the place, but he followed God's call. Even he doesn't know where he's going to settle down. He just followed. So Abraham then following with his household, probably total is 75 people. Oh no, less than 75. Probably 20, 30 people, something like this, with a lot livestock. They moved down to the land of Israel from north. Then they were wandering around because they are nomads. They don't have a place, they don't have a permanent house to settle down. They are nomads. Okay, so they are kind of wandering around in a promised land, which is the land of Israel today, and trying to find a place to settle. But wherever they settle down, they are always kicked out by the residents there. So they're wandering around, and then for many years, Abraham gave birth to a son. What's the son of Abraham? Any of you know that? Isaac, right? But just one son. And so Isaac, after Isaac gave birth to whom? Jacob. And Jacob is also renamed by God. Later on, named by God called Israel. So Jacob's name later on was changed by God to the name called Israel. This is how Israel, the name of Israel, okay, come from a person called Jacob. And Jacob is more productive. He produced 12 sons, but not including daughters. Daughters never counted in ancient time. But daughters count a lot today, right? Yeah, that's why many of you love to have a daughters more than son. Whenever you try to pregnant. was choose. I'm going to pregnant daughter, not son. No. Okay, so you can then Israel has 12 sons, and so this is how the 12 tribes of Israel, the nation, come from. And then Israel, the family, experienced famine and drought, so they moved down to the land of Egypt, settled down there, because that time Egypt provide better pasture land for them. So Israel and the whole household, 75 people only, together with a lot of girls, a lot of cattle, something. They moved down to Egypt and settled down there. And from generation to generation, the Israel becomes a big nation because they produce a lot of offsprings. They produce a lot of children. Abraham's no, Israel's family is very strong. And besides, they have nothing else to do. So they keep on producing children and children. It's very much like the Philippines. Keep on producing children, right? Because not much to do. Right? All you need to do is just producing children. So after 430 years, the nation becomes very numerous. It's about 300,000 people. 300,000 people from 75 to 300,000. And then, but the new king of Egypt noticed that, wow, Israel, the nation, is so big. Now they are going to overtake the Egypt sooner or later, right? So they start to oppress Israelites. And they then become their slaves. They are tortured under the oppression of Egyptians. Very harsh. So now Israelites were finally memorized that their ancestors, their forefathers worship God. That God is so powerful. So they started to cry out to God, Yahweh, the Lord. Okay, they cry out to the Lord, help us. Even they don't know this God very much, but they still cry out to Him. And so God heard their plea, heard their crying. So God sent a person called Moses from within the Israelites. Okay, He chose one, a young man called Moses, and tell Moses, you are the one chosen. You are the one chosen to lead the whole Israelites out of Egypt, out of slavery. And Moses' first response is, who am I? Right? Who am I? How come I can be chosen to be the leader of such a big nation? But anyhow, finally Moses yielded to God. And then God helped Israelites to come out of Egypt. Because do you think the Egyptians will really let the Israelites come out of the land without any price? Impossible, right? They are free laborers. They are free slaves. How can you go out without paying anything, right? So, and God gave them 10 plagues to Egyptians. One after another, 10 plagues, 10 disasters, 10 calamities to Egyptians. And the king of the Egypt, called Pharaoh, was very stubborn. No. So more and more, bigger and bigger, more severe and severe. The disaster is getting worse and worse until to the point that the first son of Egypt, king of Egypt, died, killed by the plague. And then he said, okay, go, you guys go. So Israel now know who out of Egypt, but Pharaoh. After 3 days, when the Israelites were released, he changed his mind. He summoned all his armies and chase the Israelites. Okay, trying to slaughter them, to exterminate them, all of them. But God once again performed a huge miracle. Okay, crossing over, He created a passage through the Red Sea, and then the whole Israelites passing through the passage into the wilderness. And then the Egyptian army followed behind, and they chased into the passage. And all of a sudden, Red Sea, the water come over, right? And all the Egyptian armies were killed. Do you know this story? Do you really know this story? And then Israelites be grateful to God or be grudging. Israelites very surprised to you when they see such a miracle. Israelites become what? Very thankful to God or very grudging? Very grudging. It's just something like somebody helped you a lot. And what should be your response? Appreciate, right? Instead of appreciating, you show grudging. Nothing. Oh, it seems like that he owes you. You keep on asking. Oh, why you give him that much? Not give me as much as something like this, right? Complaining. So this is the attitude of sin. Did you get it? Do you see the sin of Israelites? So God is trying to help to rescue Israel. Actually, it's not out of slavery. Out of what? Out of our sin. We are the slave of our sin. Our sin make us become what? Like slaves. We are so self-centered. We are so selfish. We are all about ourselves, including our preaching. Meaning is all about me becoming slaves or become slaves. You got it? So, brothers and sisters, today's message is about for you, 10 Commandments is for you to get out of your slavery, sin of slavery of sin. You understand? You are no longer in Egypt, geographical, but you are still in sin, spiritually. In Egypt, spiritually. You understand? If your mind is all about yourself, then you are still in Egypt. You are still being enslaved by your sin. So God wants to set them out. So verse 2, I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Meaning that Israelites had to understand who God is. And also know the history, how God saved Israelites. What is the purpose of God? To be their God. What is the work of God? To be their God. So, brothers and sisters, you have to know your God. Okay? Why your God want to be your God? What God has done for you? Has God set you free from your sin? Has God brought you out of sin of slavery of sin? You have to know this. And you have to show appreciation to God. And you have to say, oh yes, God, thank you so much. You set me free out of slavery. Okay, so verse 3. You shall have no other gods before me. Because why? Because if God is the only one who rescued you out of slavery, out of your debts, out of your chain of sin, out of your debts, your pit of death. Then, of course, He is the only one you should have. No other gods, right? Because the other gods won't help you. They didn't help you anything. They didn't do anything to you. They're only for you to be enslaved. They're only for you to be enslaved. But God is the one set you free from slavery. So you should have no other gods, right? Now, if someone helped you a lot, then your appreciation should be given to him or to her, right? You will never give appreciation to somebody who is not related to you for anything, right? Suppose this lady helped me. Can I appreciate him, this gentleman? No, of course not. You got it? So why we should have no other gods before you? Because now we know this God, the Lord, who help us, who save us out of slavery. So this is the first commandment. You shall have no other gods before me. Okay. Then how can we practice that we have this God alone? Okay, so verse 4, 5, 6 is the second commandment. Second commandment is to supplement, to enhance your understanding of the first commandment. Second commandment is that you should worship God alone. Okay, you should worship God alone. First commandment is that deep in your heart, You have a God, one God only, the Lord, the Yahweh, or you call Jehovah. And the second commandment, of course, if you have this God in mind, if you have this God alone in your life, what shall you do to Him? By showing appreciation, right? What is your attitude? What is your approach? What is your action about appreciation to God? You worship Him. Right? So verse 4, you should not make for yourself a carved image or any likeness or anything that is in heaven above, or that's in the earth beneath, or that's in the water under the earth. Meaning that you should not set up any image. Human image, animal image, tree image, rock image, whatever it is. You should not carve purposefully, and or you should not make a drawn one, and so that you or sculpture, right? Made a sculpture, and you worship the idol, worship that image. Hey, oh my God! No, this is the way. You should serve. You should not do it. If you do it, you are not. You are in your heart. You don't have God alone in your heart. Okay, and now, not only you should not make an image, set up any image, any idol, any statue before you for you to worship. And verse 5 says what? You should not bow down, and you should not serve the idol, the image, or the object, any object. Okay, this object can be a human object, can be a dead person object or living person object, right? Which one is more dead person object or living person object? Which one is more dead? Let me tell you, the living one is more dead because the living one can manipulate, right? Control. The dead person is dead, right? So be careful not to follow, not to bow down, not to serve the living one, especially the living one. Okay. What does it mean by bow down? Bow down is very easy, right? What do you mean by bow down? Bow down can be full gesture by bowing down. It's like you kneel down, you fall prostrate down, you know, to your face, on the ground to your face, and oh, hooray, hooray, hooray. Okay, right? This is a bowing down. And there's another way easy bowing down is what? This is an object here, right? You nod your head to the object with respect. Why you have to respect an object? Why you have to respect an object? You respect person, no problem, right? But why you respect the object? Meaning you regard the object as a living thing, as your God, as something that you really revere. You really want to submit to the object. Especially this one is the object something, right? That's why we never bow down before the cross, the sign of cross. Okay. Now the sign here is only for reminding purpose. It's a reminder only, but not for us to worship, to bow down. You got it? So, if you make your pilgrimage, to Vatican, you know where Vatican is? In Italy, right? If you make your pilgrimage to Vatican, then you make then you have to start to walking up the long stairways to the church, the cathedral, and people, how they walk, they make their pilgrimage to the cathedral. Every step of the stairway, they walk down, to the statue inside, and the living one. Okay, that one is a real Paul because everyone worshiping him. I'm the fake Paul. There's nobody worshiping. I'm the fake Paul. Yeah. So bowing down. Oh no, the people, those people may say that they give an excuse. No, we are not worshiping him. Oh, we are just paying respect. But you are bowing down to him. This is a worship. This is the way of worship. The second one is serving him. Second one is how to serve him. How to serve. Oh, how do you serve an object? How do you serve a person? You give him water, right? Or you right? His face, right? Knee, right? Or you wipe his toe, or you kiss his toes, right? Or toes, or you give his hand, right? Or you present yourself submissive to that person or to the object, right? This is for serving. Serving. Oh, this is my Mary, my queen, something. This is called serving. But according to the Bible, this is worship. Doesn't matter what kind of excuse you give, what kind of reason you give. You are worshiping an idol. You got it? But many people make spread this one away, saying that no, we are only paying reverence to that. Right? Many people today now they call themselves reverence. Why you have to reveal someone? It's the term reverence. You only give your reverence to God alone. Did you get it? We call the church leaders is only called pastor. What's the meaning of pastor? Pastor means shepherd. They are shepherding the sheep. Is it a good job? Easy job? Harsh. Labor. That's the real meaning of pastor. Pastor has to labor for the ground, for the sheep, for the church. Pastor is not an honorable term. Pastor is a term very demanding, very demanding. You know, it's just like your husband in the house. You don't call him man. You call him, hey slave, come. This is the meaning of pastor. You got it? According to the Bible, we should not reveal such reverence to anyone, not mention to St. Mary or the cross. No, you don't do that. And you don't even give yourself the title of reverence. But I know in Philippines about the word. I don't know. Okay? But I'm not talking about, I'm talking about Bible, right? I'm focusing on the Bible only. I'm not trying to, disgrace anyone else. Okay, and then if you do so, God will visit your iniquity, your sin. Okay, from your father all the way down 3 or 4 generations. Is that a severe punishment? Is that a severe punishment? Of course. If you're worshiping idols, God will chase your sin. Not only your sin, your children. All the way down from 3 or 4 generations. Meaning, you will pass down, you yourself will become passing down the mechanism of passing down your iniquity all the way down to your children's children, up to 3 or 4 generations. You want to do so? You want to do so? Of course not. Right? Of course not. Did you notice something? Your children repeat your model. Repeat your example. Why? You tell your children not to smoke, but you smoke. You tell your children not to drink, but you drink. Do you think the children will listen to you not to smoke, not to drink? They will repeat you. Why? Because you are the one not worshiping God alone. You're worshiping alcohol. You're worshiping cigarette. You're worshiping gambling. You understand? Such iniquity will pass through down to 3 or 4 generations. It's a severe punishment. Actually, it's not a punishment. It's only a consequence. Consequence of our sin. It's not a punishment of God. God doesn't do anything. God just let it go. If you like it, go ahead, let it go. Okay, so don't blame God for your severe consequence. Okay? The one can resolve these consequences, you will know. And number 6, but God showed His loving kindness, His steadfast love to 1,000 generations. So you can tell God's desire is to love you. Not only 4 generations, but it's 1,000 generations. It means endless generation. Did you get it? So how can I that God show me such favor for 1,000 generations? Easy. Just worshiping God alone. Repent and return to God alone. And His love restored to you. And not only you, but all the way down through fallen generations. Which one you want to choose? So this is the real meaning of Ten Commandments. Ten Commandments is not meant for punishing. Ten Commandments is trying to pleading with you to rescue out of the slavery of sin, so that you can inherit His blessing throughout so many generations. Okay, you want to start from now on, then you have to worship God alone. Okay, and then number seven, verse 7. Okay, this is the third commandment. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. What does it mean by that? You should not misuse the name of God. You should not abuse the name of God. Many of us today thinking that we never misuse the name of God. Okay, but we make joke of God every day. Okay, sometimes we on the pulpit because people telling the joke about God, using the name of God for joking. This is called what? Abuse the name of God. This is this commandment to forbid you. And many of us have watched Hollywood movie a lot, right? And most of the time in Hollywood movie, when you got something really bad to you, right? Bad luck to you, what did you curse? Oh Jesus. This is a way of abusing the name of God by cursing in His name. So next time, make sure whenever you want to mention the name of God, you have to mention it with deep thought that you really want to invoke His name. If you want, be careful. Okay, you must come with fear. Come with reverence. This is real reverence. You never pop out let the name of God pop out in your mouth without any thinking, always joking, it's funny. I don't know. We about jokes, man. Why do you want to use the name of God for joking? I don't get it. Okay. You shall not take the name of God, no, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless. Who takes His name in vain? Who misuses His name? Who abuses His name? God will not hold you guiltless. Means God will judge you for the responsibility. You get it? In Philippines, if you curse you the name of your parents, what will happen to you? If you curse the name of your parents, what will happen to you? Nothing? Or you might receive a slap in your face. Right? Most of you. Then, not to mention God. Okay, now next. Verse 8, 9, 10, 11 is all about the Sabbath. 4 verses. All the 10 commandments. This command, fourth commandment, occupy the biggest portion of the 10 commandments. 4 verses. You see? Verse 8 says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. What is the Sabbath day? Sabbath day is the day of rest. What does it mean by rest? Meaning resting from your work and worship God alone. So now Sabbath day today is for us is called Sunday, right? Sunday before is called holiday. You know the meaning of holiday? Holiday is a compound word. It's a combination of 2 words, holy and day, and now holy day, and now later on the pronunciation changed to holiday. So we lose the connotation of the meaning. It's actually some holy day. So Sunday is holy day, not holiday. So it's a holy day, do you get it? So Sunday is the day that we come, it's a Sabbath. We come and worship God alone. Worship God and know Him alone. So in worship, we try to know Him as much as possible. By knowing Him, we try to love Him more and more and alone. Okay, so this is the purpose of Sabbath day. God created, verse 6, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. So Monday through Saturday we work, we labor in the field, in the farm, right? But Sunday we go to church to worship God alone. But nowadays this kind of tradition, this kind of practice is getting lost in Philippines. In many other countries the same. The name of God is under lost. So that's why the whole world is getting more chaotic now. More families are getting more chaotic now. Now, brothers and sisters, try to retain your attention, your mind, focus on Sabbath day. 4 verses occupy the whole biggest portion of the Ten Commandments. But the seventh day is the Sabbath day to the Lord your God, and you shall not do any work, or your own son, your daughter, or your male servant, blah, 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 and even your livestock. It's not saying that you should you should stay as a wrong zombie. No. You mean try not to work for gaining for making money, for worry about your life. There's a day that is to relax yourself. To relax yourself from all the burdens, from all the worries. Even tomorrow or next moment of time, okay, the sky will fall down. You should practice belief that okay, I just want to worship God for this moment of time. Can you do that? You have to learn how to do it for that. It takes practice. Because we are human. We all are self-centered. We all are all self-interested. So we need to take practice. That's why this is one of the purposes of the church, to set up, provide us a gathering place, so that we can have people coming together to practice with each other. Brothers and sisters, let's focus on God alone for this moment of time. Let your worry be set apart, God. Okay, even you worry so much, I know it's real worry, right? I don't know what I'm going to eat. I don't know what anything to eat next meal. Yeah, you worry, but this is a moment of time for you. You have to practice discipline yourself, focusing on God alone. It's okay. So not even your dog coming to you, mommy, daddy, I want to walk. Okay, even your oxen coming to you, mom, I want to follow them. You say, shut up, worship God alone. This is the moment of time, right? Verse 11, for in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth and the sea and all that is in heaven, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord rested the seventh day and made it holy. What does it mean by holy? It means this day is set apart for God alone. For God alone. That's why we practice setting apart when we come to church, right? A lot of times for our practice is I set my schedule apart from worry. My set my schedule apart from other works. Coming here to dedicate my schedule, this moment of time to God alone. Or I do donation offering. I pour out money and give this money, setting my money apart to God alone. Your time, your energy, something like this. Okay. In God, because the Lord bless His Sabbath. So if you follow His Sabbath, you will be blessed. Of course. So you see the Ten Commandments. Even it's all about God, but you will find out the Lord. God is for you. Do you get it? It's all about God. You let your focus is all about God. Focus on God. But you will find out later on that God is for you. It's amazing. You got it? Verse 12. Verse 12. Okay, this is the fifth commandment. Now, first commandment, second commandment, third commandment, fourth commandment is about loving God, knowing God. Fifth, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Now, from this commandment, fifth commandment on, is going to teach us how to love our neighbors, because we love God, and out of His love, spontaneously we come out of action of loving our neighbors. But the first neighbors you have to love is what? Your parents. Your parents. Honor. Honor, what does it mean by honor your father and your mother? Listening? 100%? No. No, very easy to understand. If this is about listening, obeying your parents, or just honoring. You know the difference between honoring and obeying. Obeying is whatever he says to you, your parent says to you, wrong or right, you just follow. This is called obedience, right? But honoring is different. Honoring is that you discern in this instruction, okay, this command or this suggestion from your parents is right or wrong, and you choose the right one. The wrong one, you will discourage your parents or talk to your parents. Hey, mom and dad, your instruction for me to be a prostitute is not correct. I cannot follow. And your mom, your dad will say, oh, you don't love us? No, I love you, so I don't want to follow this instruction because it's wrong. Do you get it? This is the way to honor. Well, obedience is very different, right? Whether it's wrong or right, you just follow. So now in Philippine culture, okay, we know Philippine culture. The people here is very respecting their parents. Now let me ask you one question. Your respect in this culture is more about obeying or more about honoring? It's about honoring your parents or about obeying? Now in this culture, probably a lot of you just practicing obeying, right? Not about honoring. But the Bible, Ten Commandments, is talking about honoring. Honoring your children. Okay? As a parent, you might give wrong instruction to your children. And if your children doesn't have any discern, then they will just follow. Then most of you will fall into the pit. But if you teach your children, help your children to have knowledge about the Bible, much more than you, then you even your instruction you give it to your parents, your children is wrong. Your children still can stop you, saying that, Dad, Mom, what you tell me to do is against the Bible. Oh, really? How did you know that? From the Bible. How was before? And I heard also from the Bible. Oh, thank you, my son, not my daughter. I didn't know that. Thank you, Mom, you reminded me that the instruction, the command I give you is wrong. Thank you so much. Otherwise, I may offend God without any knowledge. Thank you so much. Now it becomes parents showing appreciation to their children. If parents here ever show appreciation to their children, you should practice your appreciation as a parent. You should show practice your appreciation to your children. Okay? Not just asking your children to obey you. You also allow your children to the room to correct you according to the Bible. If you don't go to the church, but your children go to the church, you should give them bigger room to correct you because their knowledge about right and wrong may be more than you. So this is the way to honor your parents. Agree? Okay, don't stop your children from correcting you. Okay, maybe your children is right. You should be more tolerant, be more generous to your children, inviting their opinions to you. Okay? And then verse 13, you shall not murder. Murder and killing is different. Bible never give us command not to kill. You understand? But Bible gives us command not to murder. You know the difference between killing and murder? The killing is just killing, right? Without purpose or with purpose, we don't know. But murder is mostly a killing with evil purpose, right? You never kill a person with good purpose. There's no such killing with good purpose, right? But anyway, there's some killing which is not about murder, in a war. Right? When two armies, when the rival and he were fighting, if you don't shoot, you will be shot, right? And when you shoot, one of them might die. This is about killing. This is not about murder. The Bible allows us to join the army, to join the police, Okay, but you have to follow the law. Extra jurisdiction, execution is a murder. You get it? Even you are police, even you are military person, if you're kidding, it's not follow the jurisdiction, then it is a murder. So, and there are a lot of murder we are doing today. Abortion is as a killing or murder. That's why the church discourage people from abortion. Because abortion is a murder. The children doesn't have a choice. But you aborted. It's wrong purpose. So you never. That's why Christianity doesn't want this congregation to be abortion. You shall not commit adultery. Verse 14. Adultery is a sexual intercourse. Adultery is a sexual intercourse, okay? And adultery can be very broad. Your sexual intercourse with not only with men and women, but also woman and woman. It's called adultery too. And also adultery can be very broad here. It also includes your sex with what? With animals, with bacteria, with ooh. Okay? You shall not steal. Steal is a felony, or is a steal is a people or felony. Both. Both. Steal is taking something that's not yours. It's a steal. It's a theft. It's a theft. And if you steal, maybe you are not keeping a burden in the Lord as a thief, but in the eyes of God, you are a thief. Please don't steal. Okay? Please don't steal. There is no pilfer or felony in terms of stealing in Ten Commandments. Everything is all about sin. It's okay? Do not steal. Verse 16. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. This is a forensic term, but it can be applied to our daily life. Slander, backslide is also a false witness. You got it? False witness is to accuse someone, to create someone's image, the wrong image, so for others who hate him, even to kill him. This is a false witness. To trap someone. And are we practicing false witness every day? Ladies, are we practicing false witness every day? So gossip can be a false witness. We never slander a dog in the back. We never slander a cat in the back. Mostly we slander a person. Right? 17. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife or his male servant or anything. Covet is not action. Covet is only a desire. But in Ten Commandments, the Ten Commandments is even trying to stop your desire, your mind, your mental status. Are we coveting every day? Are we coveting every day? Whenever you see someone has a beautiful house, are you coveting? No, your desire is okay. You say, oh, he has a beautiful house. Someday I'm going to build a house like this. No problem, right? But if you, in your mind, you're thinking that this house is so beautiful, someday I'm going to take it, make it become mine. This is called coveting. You got it? Even you don't take action yet, right? Even if you see somebody beautiful, somebody's husband or wife is beautiful, right? Then you say, someday, this one is going to be mine. Right? Am I pointing to the wrong one? No, I'm talking about beautiful. This is coveting. And wife likewise. The wife is also thinking, oh, this man is so rich. Oh, okay. Someday I'm going to get him to be my partner or whatever, even you are married. It's so coveting. We're coveting everything. You understand? We coveting understand. So the commandment is very easy, but also very difficult. But first of all you know is all about God. If you covet your neighbor's house, you covet your neighbor's assets, if you are jealous of someone, if you try to murder someone, then you're not loving your neighbor. The best way to love your neighbor is to get rid of all of this from your mind, from your action. Right? Now how can we do this? This is very difficult. Spiritual covenant is very difficult, right? How can we start? First four commandments. Love the Lord your God, worship alone. Knowing Him the most, love Him the most, then you can love your neighbor. Easy. It's okay? Okay? Let's bow down our heads and pray today. Father, this is a day that we celebrate Christmas because Christmas is a day that Jesus was born to save us out of the slavery of sin. Christmas is a day for us to celebrate that we are going to be set free or we are set free. Christmas Day is not about gift exchanging. Christmas Day is not a day about happiness only. Christmas Day is about belief. Believe and relax. Then finally, we are free from the slavery of sin. Because this is the purpose of Jesus to be here on earth with us, for us. We thank you, Jesus, that you alone, you are God alone. You yourself is God alone. And yet you become man and being born by by Mary and to be with us on the earth for 3 years and a half. And then you said you give us your word, which is the Bible, for us to follow you, for us to love you, especially for us to know you, so that we can love our neighbors, especially our parents, our spouses, our children, our neighbors, and our friends. But without your love, without your knowledge upon us, we don't know how to love. We may love in one way. We may covet, we may steal, we may murder. May you forgive us and help us to love you, to focus on you, so that we can love people. In the name of my Lord Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Salamat sa napakaganda at napakahalagang mensahe.